Hi, and welcome. My name is Anita Rehome, and I am the financial literacy coach for St. Philip's College. And this week is Commit to Complete, you guys. We're going to be talking about taking the spooky out of scholarships. You guys, scholarships are not spooky, okay? They're something that every student should be applying for. It's free money. If it's something that you haven't applied for, ask yourself, why have I not applied for scholarships? Is it because there's this negative surrounding about having to write an essay, having to sell yourself on a piece of paper? That's pretty much like a resume, right? When you apply for a new job or you're going to start looking for a job, you have to sell yourself on a resume, what previous work you've done, list the references. Sometimes scholarships ask for letters of recommendation. So some students are like, well, miss, I applied for scholarships. I applied for 10 and I didn't get awarded any. My next follow-up question is always like, did you have somebody review your essay? Well, no. Okay. Well, we have these different resources available. Did you know about these resources? No. You guys, these are the things. St. Philip's College is obviously not only the college that you attend to get a degree, but we have an amount of resources available to you for free to help you be successful in anything that you're trying to accomplish, whether that's trying to understand budgeting, whether that's applying for scholarships, whether that's applying for your financial aid. Financial aid is open if you haven't done so, right? These are different ways to fund your education. And today we are going to be specifically talking about scholarships. There is a scholarship search engine built into iGrad. iGrad is amazing. It's this wonderful tool. But today, we're only going to talk about iGrad. So if you want to know more and learn more about what iGrad can offer you as a student, contact me. Again, my name is Anita Rehome, erehome@alamo.edu. So shoot me an email. I'll be more than happy to set up a Zoom call. I'll tell you when I'm on campus for my office hours, and we can figure this out together. But today, it's all about scholarships. Scholarships are underrated. Scholarships, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that go unused because students don't apply for scholarships because the lack of resources that they think that they don't, that they believe that they don't have access to. Not wanting to write a scholarship essay, you guys, or ma'am, my GPA is too low, I'm on academic probation. I can't apply for any scholarships out there. There's none out there for me. That's a lie. There is. They're there. It's, do you want to take the time out and look for them? Because iGrad has it all. Okay. So once you log in, we are going to go to tools and you're going to click on scholarship search engine. So we're going to talk about the steps to see if you qualify for this scholarship. This is very important, right? Tips and tricks to see if you qualify, because what we don't want is for you to spend hours, days, weeks on a scholarship that any of that doesn't qualify for, okay? That is our number one thing. Do you qualify? Almost all scholarships require you to apply for financial aid. Reason being, the majority of scholarships are on a financial need basis, okay? So they pull, excuse me, they pull your FAFSA application and they're able to see what your financial need is, right? If you have not done so, please make sure that you apply for FAFSA. It opened October 1st. Okay. So the first thing that we are on is this landing page of scholarships, right? The great thing is here on the side, you can have favorites, month, education eligibility requirements amount. You can refine it. Here in the red to my right-hand side, it tells you when it's closing in 3 days. This is closing in 3 days. Do you apply for the scholarship? Would you apply for the scholarship? My answer to you, if you came to me and said, Miss, I want to apply for the scholarship, would be no. Why? Not only do you have an essay, but you also have a transcript, right? Not knowing your personal life, can you complete a sound and strong essay in 2 days? Have somebody review it in 2 days, plus get your transcript. If anything, maybe the essay, transcripts. Can we get the transcripts in 2 days to have everything else available on the third day? Probably not. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. I would never recommend applying for a scholarship in 3 days. Right? So we can scroll down. They'll tell you closing 4 days. Again, what the deadline is, exactly how much the scholarship is, what the required GPA is, if it's a scholarship or a project. Look, this Amy Lowell Traveling Poetry Scholarship. Holy knockers, $62,500. This is a project. Closing in 4 days. If we click on this Amy Lowell Traveling Poetry Scholarship, it's one award. Deadline's October 15th. Okay. What's the project? What's the project, right? Scholarships verified for 2021. Who the sponsor is, how much it's worth, school type, 2-year undergraduate, 4-year undergraduate, graduate, full-time, part-time student, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Eligibility. We want to be able to look at the eligibility. Applicants must be citizens of the United States by virtue either of birth within the United States or the birth outside the United States to a U.S. citizen parent. Each scholarship application has different requirements, from the GPA to the scholarship, the project, the transcripts, the letter of references, to being a U.S. citizen, being to I need you to be going into this certain degree. So it's very important. So this one does have a major field of study of humanities and foreign study. Applicants must be American poets. The recipient must agree to spend the year abroad. Oh my God, you get to spend a year abroad. So for those of you who are like in poetry land, like love to write, this is what you want to do, you guys. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, there are so many opportunities. Why not take advantage of them? Right? So this is a project. So this tells you everything that you need. Do you qualify? Me personally? No, I don't. You, Amy, behind the screen, possibly could, right? Granted, it's closing in 15, but we don't know what the project is, right? So then we're going to click apply. We're going to be redirected to the actual website. Okay. What is this project? What is this? It gives you a little breakdown of the Scholarship Support Travel Board, right? It gives you that, the abstracts of terms of the scholarship, biographical information, past recipients, instructions and application, frequently asked questions, permission to reprint the work of Amy, and the winner. So let's see, frequently asked questions, right? So if you want to know, okay, is this a scholarship for college? No, this is a poetry contest. The money won is generally spent to travel and living expenses abroad. So this is not necessary to pay for your education. This is for you to travel and living expenses for abroad. It's a poetry contest, but hey, you have to be able to live abroad for a year. So $62,000, you guys, that's not bad. When will travel begin? So these are all questions, right? And then if you decide, okay, well, you know what, this one is just not for me, that's fine. Go back. Let's keep looking, right? So we scroll down and we're like, okay, still closing in 4 days. Let's just keep on closing in 10. Can I close it in 10? Let's see. Essay, recommendation letters, and a transcript. Again, you want to make sure that whoever's doing your letter of recommendations, whether professors, employers, if you're in the Center for Health Profession, right, and you're paying out of pocket, or you are paying with student loans, you guys, scholarships is the way to go, right? So here's the Bright Future Scholarship. And the reason I bring that up is because you can probably use people that you report to at your clinicals to help write a letter of recommendation for you, because they visually are seeing how you work and how you interact with people. So again, that's really great. A professor would always be a great letter of recommendation because they see how hard you work. They see how committed you are to your education, right? Don't ask a friend, don't ask a boyfriend, don't ask your mom, like, oh, see me, mijita, like, no. Get somebody who sees your work ethic, somebody who talks to you on a day-to-day basis when it comes to your education, your, again, like professors, your bosses, especially if you're in clinicals, things like that. This one is you must be a Texas resident, a minimum of a GPA of a 3.2. This one is a essay, transcript, and a, so let's say this is something that I want to apply to. We are going to click apply. So this is Bright Future Scholarship. One educational scholarship in the amount of $2,000 will be awarded each semester. So it's a total of $4,000 who actively implements green living and or carbon footprint reducing practices into their everyday life. Scholarship eligibility. Must be Texas residents, regardless whether they're enrolled in a Texas college or university and or out-of-state college university. Participants must be enrolled as a full-time student, have valid proof of enrollment, have a GPA of 3.2 or higher. Awards. Individuals may receive a scholarship up to $2,000. The scholarship will be applied directly to your tuition. Write an essay, 500 to 750 words for the following topic. Who or what inspires you to live green? Bam. That's the question. That's what you're going to be answering. Provide contact information, submit a video, provide college information, provide proof of enrollment, apply now. That's the question. Who inspires you to live green? That's it. You guys, it's not hard. We make it hard because I've had students who are like, Miss, I applied for 10 scholarships. I've been awarded 0. So when you think about applying for scholarships, don't look at it as you have been defeated because you didn't get a scholarship, you guys, because these are nationwide. These scholarships could potentially be like, everybody's applying to these, right? Are they better than you? No, they just sold themselves better on a piece of paper in an essay. Other than that, no one is better than you, right? You need to remember that. When it comes to applying for scholarships, this is free money. Free money does not have to, this is not a student loan. You don't have to pay this back. Especially again, if you are going to be transferring over into a four-year university, how are you going to fund your education? Financial aid will not pay for everything. Have you already started researching those colleges that you're going to be transferring over into? It's very important that you understand the cost of college right now and where it's going to be, and then how are you going to pay for that? Another scholarship search engine, right, is our own alamocolleges.edu/SPC. And so another thing that you can look at is the Alamo Colleges District, right? So there's the Alamo Colleges Foundation, Hazelwood, if you are of a military child, right? This Alamo Foundation scholarship is opens January 4th. These are actually 2021. They will put the new year up here shortly. The final deadline was September 5th. So this application is no longer valid until sometime in January when it reopens. There are other applications that you can apply to. Again, if you're Hazelwood and a child of military, you can get your education paid for. Then you have the Charles, Layla, and Mary Slow Foundation Scholarship. Here is tips of writing a great scholarship essay. Take advantage of that. The resources on campus, each campus is completely different. For SPC students, you have the Tutoring and Technology Center. Jared Boggs runs that. There are tutors on site on different days, but they are open from 8 to 7. And so take advantage of that. Go in there, take your essay, take your video, take your stuff in there. Let them help you be successful, right? Let them help you write a great essay. When I say let them help you, I'm saying it's because you did the work. Don't be like, okay, this is what I want to write, and then you expect them to write that. That's not how this works. You go in with something already written. Take the question that they're requiring you to answer, right? I was told in a grant writing session, they ask you what color is the bus, you just don't say the bus is yellow, right? If they're asking you if it's like a medical or nursing scholarship and they're like, why do you want to go into the health field? Don't say it's because I want to help people. Why do you really think about it? Why do you really want to go into the health field? Could it be because of the pandemic now? Could it be because, you know, a mother or father or grandparent or aunt or uncle, you know, had type 1 diabetes and you saw like how, you know, hard it was for them, things like that, things to eat, or it's because, you know, you had a friend growing up that had cancer. You know, really think about, why do you want to go into the health field? The health field, yes, makes great money. But behind that field is so much more in the aspects of like customer service, genuinely having good bedside manners, being helpful, being loving and caring and patient, and wanting yes to help, wanting them to gain back their health, things like that. Don't ever just say, because I want to help people, the bus is yellow. No, we want to kind of elaborate on that and sell why you want to do this, right? So those tutors are there to help you. There's also the Rose Writing Center. San Juan San Miguel is the coordinator for that lab. I'm not sure when they are open, but all you can do is go to alamo.edu/SPC, pull up the little search on the magnifying glass, and then just type in Rose Writing Center. See what their hours are. See if you can send them an email to find out more accurate information. Those are two resources that are available to you at your fingertips for free. This is a service that you don't have to pay for, so take advantage of it. Another thing is, right, so this is the Alamo College District. You go to St. Philip's College, and then we are going to search scholarships, right? We're going to hit the little magnifying glass. It is the first link that pops up. Talks about student engagement grants, applying for scholarships, especially for those of you parents who are needing assistance with childcare. Look into this. Reach out to Gloria hidden on this, G hidden on this at alamo.edu. Ask her about the childcare if you need childcare. Ask her about the different scholarships that St. Philip's has to offer. Ask her, if I write this scholarship essay, how many does this put me into? Does it put me into a pool to multiple ones? Will you contact me and let me know what scholarships are available for me? What other scholarships do you have to offer to your students? You guys, this is just a little bit. There's so many more. So ask, do your research, ask these questions, because there are so many students that don't apply for scholarships because they're afraid of being denied. And if we continue to live like that, then we're going to lose money in the aspects of having student loan debt, paying out of pocket, when you can have somebody else pay for you. As well as our goal is to ensure that when you leave St. Philip's College and when you leave your university, that you're walking away with little as debt as possible. I was talking to a student the other day. He said, my friend just graduated, went straight to a university out of high school, and he is $65,000 in student loan debt. Scholarships, you guys. Do you want to have that that weight holding you down when you could be making, $65,000 a year, and monthly you're having to pay X, Y, and Z to your student loan debt for the next 20, 30 years, depending on what payment plan you have? Again, scholarships is free money. Take advantage of it. iGrad takes out the legwork for you. They already get in contact with everyone who has scholarships around the nation, and they are here for you under the scholarship search engine, under tools, you guys. So even if you wanted to filter it through education, you can do that. You can filter it through education. You can filter it with field of study, that it is required, and that we want to do, engineering. It's going to give me all of the engineering applicants or scholarships that are available on this website. It literally cuts out all the legwork. It cuts out the legwork of knowing, is this a true scholarship? Is this identity theft? Is this a scam? Use the iGrad scholarship search engine. It is free to you. Again, an amazing platform. It tells you, again, how much the scholarship is, when it's closing, what the GPA is, and what is the application requirement. It redirects you to the actual hosting website, so then you know it's not a scam. If you have any questions and want to reach out to me, again, whether if it's for iGrad or whether it's about the scholarships, we're here to help you be successful. Let us help you be successful. My name is Anida Rehome. I'm the financial literacy coach. My phone number is 210-486-2140. Y'all have an amazing day. Thank you so much.